Welcome to the Rink Report. It's being brought to you by Telhio Credit Union. I'm Bob McElligott along with Jody Shelley. Today, the Blue Jackets and the Tampa Bay Lightning play Game 4 of their best-of-7 series. And, Jody, even though this is not an elimination game, it is a game that's very important because your back is against the wall if you're the Blue Jackets and lose this one today.
Well, yeah, this is a big effort game. You know, the Blue Jackets, they understand exactly where they're at. I mean, the 5-game series seems so quick, doesn't it, compared to a 7-game series now? But the Blue Jackets down 2-1. Listen, they've responded every time they've been put in this situation. Look for them to come out and have a bigger effort, especially from their big guns, the guys they've relied upon, the guys that helped them get in this position.
Yeah, and there are a lot of those big guns when we're talking about the scoring that we're still waiting for them to chip in on the score sheet. And as you just said, as it goes longer in this series, at some point, if you want to stay in it, some of your bigger players have to step up and contribute, don't they?
Well, we've heard it before. Your best players need to be your best players at the biggest moments. And it's nice to have secondary scoring. It's nice to have other players chip in. That relieves some pressure. But then after a loss or when it's an urgent game like this, the big boys got to step up. That's why they're talked about all the time. That's why they get those accolades. That's why the team is built around them when we talk about the nucleus. Guys like Jenner, Foligno, Jones, Werenski. These guys have one goal in all the games they've played here in the playoffs so far. Those are 4 key members of this group. Nyquist is yet to get on the board. He's a big free agent acquisition. These are veteran players that understand where they're at. I know scoring is at a premium, and when things don't go your way, you look to these guys to come to the table. Even Dubois, I think, has more here and is going to be asked of more in Game 4.
John Tortorella didn't allude to it. He just basically came out and said it after Game 3 that the physical play and the amount of games in the short periods of time between games and a 5-overtime game that was thrown in there, well, it's all starting to come back and haunt his team right now. He felt that in Game 3, they were just exhausted. And this is a guy that always says that, you know, being tired is a mental state. But facts are facts. They played more hockey than anybody else that's playing in this tournament right now. I know he gave them off from practice again yesterday, but as a player, how can you possibly recharge when you don't have even, again, here we go, not even a full 2 days in between games?
Well, I think you take a lot of energy and a lot of confidence just out of your system and the way you play. But some of the players that need to put up more, and also, you know, Tampa feels pretty good about itself and the way they played the other day. But I'll tell you what, the Blue Jackets, and as poorly as they played, and okay, they hit a wall, I thought they were going to tie that game up. And they almost found a way to get back in and tie that up and maybe have a chance to win. So, you know what? There's a resiliency that's for real. I know we throw that word around, but this team doesn't quit. So I would look at yesterday as a rest day, a disappointment day. I would look at today with a 3 o'clock game. I'd be excited as a player to wake up. I'm excited as a team personnel to wake up and be fired up for this game, get back at it, because we know what they can do. They can't start talking about being tired. They have to stop doing that and just go right at Tampa. You know what? I wouldn't mind to see a big hit, a big fight, I mean, even a dirty play. I thought Maroon made a statement in game number 3 when he stopped right in front of Korpisalo, pushed a few guys down, took a penalty. I'm okay with taking a penalty. Don't be so cautious with these things. I think the Blue Jackets need to understand that.
All right, and one of the reasons that they couldn't score late in that third period was because they couldn't get the puck out of their own end. What are they going to have to do better today just to be able to get the transition going up the ice?
Well, I think they need to really, really work at jumping. They need to take a bit of a chance at times. This Blue Jackets team is so well structured in the middle of the ice, and that is a given. I would actually put a little more pressure on Korpisalo, and that might sound silly, but to jump the zone a little bit. Try to stretch. Try to create races. I like to see the Tampa Bay Lightning turn. I know they're big. People think they're up in the play a lot. I don't think they're up in the play. Jones and Werenski are up in the play. I see Hedman up in the play. I've seen Shattenkirk try to be up in the play. To me, they're much more defensive. Make those guys turn and wear down their D. Their D's job is just to try to get the puck in the middle of the ice and attack with those high-end forwards. But the Blue Jackets have to understand. They're going to give up chances, but they need to focus on making the D turn and use the speed. Robinson, Foodie, these guys have tremendous speed. Put it in the corner that they're going in, and let's create those little battles and work from there. Not try to just work and hope that passing plays can generate some kind of play from the outside. They've got to get plays in the corner and fight to get on the inside.
All right, last thing. Do you see any potential lineup changes today?
I think so. I think with the depth, we know we talk about it all the time. Well, if you have the depth, I think it's time to use it. I think guys like Stenlund, you'll see Robinson with more time. These players are waiting. These players are capable. And when you have a power play that hasn't done much, an image of Stenlund for me is on the right side of the ice. That great release he has, scoring a couple goals in that position this year. Get him on the ice. He's a big body. I like big bodies in this series.
All right, this game faces off at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Jody's got it on Fox Sports Ohio. I've got it on the Blue Jackets radio network. That'll do it for today's Rink Report. It's been brought to you by Ohio Credit Union. For Jody Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. Enjoy the game.